Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm in the indoor oasis again for this episode, and once again you're likely not going to see me unless I accidentally come into frame, because it's my last day of holidays and I thought I would just relax and have a national pajama day. So yeah, I'm in my pajamas right now and I don't exactly want to put that on YouTube, so hopefully you won't see me this episode. This is part 2 of my sort of mini-series on how to grow avocado. My last one I showed you how to grow avocado in soil, which I'll give you a quick update just now. So it's in this pot I put it in. The only change that's happened so far is the split has made its way up a little bit higher and widened a bit, which I think by this point the root has probably made its way down to the soil, so that should start progressing very fast now. And we're getting warm weather now. It's spring, we've reached spring and it's quite warm, so that should speed up the process quite a bit. Now this is today's avocado seed, which today I'm going to be showing you the water method of growing, which is not my preferred, but I wanted to show you both just to give you the option whether you want to use one or the other. Now this avocado we harvested from an avocado which we ate a while ago, and we just dumped it out in the compost, and I just went and salvaged it today, so it's a little bit rough looking, but it hasn't got disease or anything. It's just because it's been sort of sitting out. But in this time it's already split open and you can see the root down there, and it's starting to send a shoot upwards as well, so it's nearly fully split. So which you can't, this is just a way to be certain that the seed is viable if it's already like this. And also, if you don't really want to eat the avocado, if you're not a fan of avocado but you want to grow one, another thing you can do is just leave the avocado with the seed in it until it goes well and truly overripe, until it's looking a bit gross, and then cut it open, and the seed will probably be at this stage. And it's quite a large seed as well, so yeah, let's get started, I guess. Oops, I dropped something. So I've got my avocado. I obviously know which way around it goes because under there is where the root's coming out, and when it was closed it would have sort of had the egg shape, and also the bottom of the avocado seed also has like a little bump there which would have been closed off when it was a younger seed. So what you do is you get your cup, a big enough cup that you fill with water and it won't dry out too quickly. That will fit in there quite well, and you want to position it in your cup so that the root and about halfway up the avocado will be covered with water. And then what you do is get yourself a couple of these little skewers. Now I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully I don't muck it up on camera. Find a point where it should make it sit in the cup quite nicely, leaning on the skewers. The skewers are sort of just to stop it from falling into the bottom of the cup. And what you do, if I muck it up the first time I'll go back and do it again, but try to get it right the first time. You stab it into the seed, not too far, because that can damage the seed a bit. Like that. See, as you can see, it's hardly even in there. Might be able to get it in just a tiny bit further. I think that's well and truly enough. And I'm going to put 3 in, all on the same level. Second one in. And my third. Now you can cut off these pointy bits afterwards so they don't poke you in the eye every time you want to look at your avocado's progression. Let's just check that that sits in the cup at a decent height. That's pretty good. So I'll fill up the water to about halfway up that seed, and that will be just perfect for it. Okay, this is just clean tap water I've got in here. You don't want to use anything fertilised or organic really for that matter. No organic matter in this mix. My last avocado in water method I did, even when it was just growing in water, it wasn't very strong and it was a bit unhealthy and yeah, just spindly looking, but somewhere online, and I wish I didn't listen to this person because they were obviously feeding out information that they didn't know for sure and it was wrong. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that it was wrong information. They suggested that you gradually fill up the cup with soil once you've got your avocado in, which is a big no-no. I found when I did this, the only thing it did was rot the roots. So yeah, I really don't recommend you do that. There's a few people out there saying you should, but from my experience, it's not a good idea. And it doesn't really help the avocado whatsoever. So I'm just going to fill this up with this clean tap water now. And once it's filled, you've got to make sure it stays filled as well, so the roots are never drying out. And that's about where I want it. And that's my avocado in. Oops, I'm spilling it on myself. Don't mind me. And yeah, that's the final step. After I finish this video, I'll cut off these pointy bits because if anyone's going to accidentally stab themselves in the eye, it's likely going to be me because I'm a bit of a klutz and very accident prone, which, oh, my parents love. Not. And yeah, that's about it. That's all the steps. It's pretty simple. I've found I've had a pretty high success rate with both of these methods, but oh, sorry for the... My goodness. I am so sorry for the background noise just now. It is so windy today, and the windows in here are made out of like a they're plastic anyway. So when the wind blows, they're not that thick. We're probably going to get them replaced eventually with a slightly thicker one, or glass, but for now it's kind of noisy when it's windy, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, that was the final step. I hope you give this a go. It's great fun. The foliage of these avocados is truly spectacular, and yeah, and you can sit this just on a sunny window in your house, kitchen window even, because then you're going to be there quite a bit and we'll be able to monitor its progress. And just make sure the window doesn't heat up too much, because yeah, I find if it's in too hot a position, it can wilt and the water can heat up a bit as well, which is never good, especially if you've only got it in a small cup. So put it on a reasonably cool but sunny window and yeah, watch your avocado progress. Now I'll continue making these videos with the progress of these avocados and keep you up to date with how they're doing. Hopefully both of them live. I'm thinking this one most definitely will, and so will the other one. I'm almost certain they'll both do well, but you can never be 100% sure anyway. And yeah, thank you for joining me this episode, and I will see you whenever the next episode is. Like I said last time, I don't have a schedule, don't want one. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Bye.